What's up, family? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got more weird and crazy TikToks that'll make you rethink everything. So you're gonna want to stay locked in because you ain't gonna believe this.
Y'all remember this movie? Hold on real quick. Ghosts can fly through walls, but I'ma still close my blinds. Today we're gonna talk about scary movies, this one in particular, and some of the spiritual secrets that they teach. If you haven't watched it, this movie is about low density astral projection. And if you didn't know, astral projection is the ability to have an out-of-body experience. You can go wherever you want to go, fly through walls, all of that, and no one can see you. Well, except for anybody or the beings that's on the astral realm. And in this movie, a family moves into a haunted house. Dalton, right there, he had the ability to astral project. He would fly, and he said, "Last night I watched myself sleep." Dalton had hit his head one time and fell asleep, but he always used to astral project. And in that astral project, the being that was hunting that house with the red face had kidnapped his spiritual body, and he couldn't return back to his body. So his family thought he was just in a coma. Now, people like me and her can see into the spiritual world. Before I start talking, I just want to let you know that when you're in astral projection, you can never lose your body. You can't get stuck there. No entity can hold you there. You are directly connected to your body. So in this movie, they turn astral projection into a scary thing. No, it does not look like this. A lot of people are unaware of the spiritual realm. They didn't understand what was going on with their son. But this woman Elaine knew exactly what was going on because she told them you have to take care of your spiritual body and your physical body. You're not just a meat suit. Some ghosts just need help being set free. And you have other ones who are just pure negative. They feed off of fear and negative energy, anxiety, being scared. That's why the being trapped Dalton, because he could feed him that fear. But the only difference between Dalton and this woman is that she doesn't feed the negative entities. Think of it like a light that she's carrying around. Well, these negative entities, they don't like that light. They don't like positivity. They don't like none of that. She used her words. When you are in fear, you forget that you have a light. But she has battled with many negative entities, so she already know the deal. Astral projection is a wonderful, fun experience. But if you forget that you have light or doubt yourself or be in fear, then you won't experience happy things. You attract whatever you're feeling. So have fun and fly around. But don't let the misconceptions of these movies scare you. Just learn from the people who are actually able to fight back in those movies. Y'all stay positive and be safe.
That's actually a real thing. Movies do try to sway you from actually trying to do what you were naturally born to do, what you were spiritually born to do. I've actually astral projected before, and I ain't gonna go into details about it. If y'all want a story time, y'all just let me know in the comments. But I will say this: after I got done with my experience, and let me say it was a glorious experience, but after I got done, I was so exhausted. Even after having an 8-hour, a full night's sleep, I was exhausted. And my partner at the time could tell you they heard me laughing and giggling in my sleep, and I woke up in tears. But it's a real thing, and if you're willing to try, there's nothing that you should be scared of, because you are naturally tethered. Your spirit is naturally tethered to your body. When it's your time to go, it's your time to go. Not during astral projection. So when you do it, I suggest you go in it with happy thoughts, positive thoughts, and man, you're gonna have the most joyous and expressive experience that you ever had in your life. But she's real about that though. That was some real stuff right there. If y'all ever astral projected, get in the comments and let me know.
Okay, guys. I have a really weird story to tell you. This has been happening for the last few days, and it's so strange. I just feel like I have to tell someone about it. I'm just laying on the couch watching TV late at night, and all of a sudden I just KO. Like, I'm out like a light. My phone's like on the floor somewhere. I have food all over me. Like, I still have the Cheeto dust still on my hands. Complete KO, okay? I wake up and I'm not really startled, but it is a bit like aggressive of a wake up. Like I keep like feeling like a rip, like you ripping a paper. I wake up and it literally takes me a few seconds to like remember who I am. It's like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. It's literally that long. And like during that whole time, I'm just kind of like, it's like it's being downloaded in. Like your phone, like trying to download an old video off of iCloud, like it takes a little while for it all to process. That's what I'm doing in that time. And I'm not scared. I'm not worried. Like, I'm just like, okay, like, I'm just kind of like, okay, like, I'm used to it. Like, that's a normal thing for me to, like, have to download my lifetime, this lifetime as drawn. During those few seconds, it's so weird because I'm looking around at, like, all my surroundings, and it literally, like, looks and feels like a movie set. Like, it does not feel real. It feels so artificial. And it's been happening consistently, like, for so many days. I'm just like, has this happened to anyone? Like, this is so weird.
Oh no, that sounded like he was smoking something heavy that night before, because I ain't never experienced nothing like that, unless, I had a wild night before. But I don't know, man. It could be something spiritual, could be a glitch in the matrix. I don't know. Everybody experiences in this realm is different, so I can't say whether his is real or not. Can y'all relate to what he's saying?
You said that you don't like to fly commercial because you don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did.
That man is creepy,
We wrestle
bro.
not with flesh and blood, but principalities and powers.
Can you tell us what went on at the Bilderberg meeting this year?
Sorry?
Can you tell us what went on at the Bilderberg meeting this year?
I didn't get that, actually, no.
The Bilderberg? You weren't there?
No,
Not this year. What went on last year?
no, I wasn't on last year. I think that was my cousin.
The cousin was there?
Yeah. I think so.
And then my cousin.
About how, your family committed all these acts against society, but we just want to let you know the New World Order has no legitimacy. And that we as a people are not afraid, and we are waking up to the robber barons and the big banks who are looting the economy of the Federal Reserve.
Well,
Got him there, boy. See, they know what they doing, man. But you know what? I watched a movie tonight, and that movie said it was something that person said, that rich people don't get rich to control. They get rich to get a heads up. And that heads up could be for them to get the heads up to leave Earth when it's time, or when the Earth is about to end, or when everything hit the fan. They got the money to escape. That's what this whole getting to Mars thing is about. It's about survival of this human race. Whatever it is that they're running from, they have been hiding and trying to control for I don't know how long. And now it's getting hard to control. It's coming back to bite them in the ass. So that's why rich people get rich and stay rich. So they do the people that's lower than them super dirty just so they can stay rich. Because they realize everybody can't get rich, because everybody's not gonna do the right thing with the money. You feel what I'm saying? So that lit up a bulb in my head, bro, because it gives you a different perspective on why people stay rich. You really think they care about us people at the bottom? No, they do things to keep us at the bottom so they can stay rich. It's not like they're purposely saying, "Oh, you peasants, I don't like you." No, they know that if you get rich, then your whole purpose of getting rich may be different from theirs. Yours may be to attack them. So they can't have that. So they got to keep you down there, but without actually paying attention to you. These people don't know who you are by name. Those elites don't know who you are by name. They have people working for them to make sure or keep track of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a crazy perception to have, but it's a perception. And it ain't nothing wrong with having different outlooks on what could be. That means you're not just in one corner, or you're not in your circumference of knowledge isn't limited to within that circle. I stepped outside of mine. I try to step outside of mine and understand everything to the best of my ability, and I suggest everybody should do it, though. It is what it is, though.
I'm not gonna lie, the weirdest shit just happened. I'm in the middle of recording a video, and my face look AI. But the whole time I was talking, watch it. By manipulating our free will. Watch. Now we are doing the damage. Watch. And now we are in the state that we're in right now. I did not do that. I'm not even gonna cap. I think that's the last TikTok video I'm gonna do today, bro. I'm gonna
wait. I gotta go back, y'all.
Creepy.
Bro,
I did not do that.
If y'all pay attention, see the double clips right here. I'm gonna pause it. Y'all gonna see it.
We're in right now.
The double clips right here. This is for all my editors out there. Right? You see the double clip right there. I can't point at it. Can you see my mouse? Nope, you can't even see my mouse. But I wish I could. If for those, look at 1:42, 1 minute and 42 seconds. You see the double clips? That super small clip right before that medium-sized clip is where his face did the little glitching effect. He said he didn't do that, but he forgot to cover up the editing part. But we see it for all the editors that know.
I did not do that.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna cap. I think that's the last TikTok
it.
video I'm gonna do today, bro. I'm gonna fuck with y'all. That shit was creepy as hell. Like, the whole, I never did that. I promise you, I never did that. Go watch the previous video so y'all see why. And this is not the first time that has happened to me. I promise you, this is not the first time. I respect
this. Good marketing.
Please, somebody in the comments, let me know if you make content, if this has happened to you too. Where you in the middle of making content and you just... and nothing is coming out. I know that I'm not going crazy, bro.
Okay guys, this is my really scary experience being awake through a shift. And I don't mean a work shift, I mean a dimensional shift. If you don't believe in conspiracy theories and stuff, you can just scroll right on, but if you do, stick around because this is really interesting. So, we all remember the New Year's Eve where the ball didn't drop, right? The internet was blowing up with people's weird experiences from that New Year's Eve, and I have one too. So, it was the night before New Year's Eve, and I randomly woke up at about 3 a.m., and I never ever do this. And I woke up to a really loud noise, and then for the rest of the night, I just couldn't sleep. It was really weird. And in the morning, I spoke to my mom, and she told me that also she didn't sleep. And I had made plans with my godmother that night, so I went over to her house, and this is now New Year's Eve. And I told her I'm so freaking tired, I didn't sleep last night. And she was like, you know what, I didn't sleep last night either. And at this point, we're all like, But I had some really weird feeling inside my chest. Like, you know that really eerie feeling like imminent, like death is coming? Or like something really weird is happening. I felt like there was like a spiritual something happening over the town that I live in. And I live in a pretty busy ass city, so what I'm about to tell you is really, really crazy. So we decided to go out. It was like 11 p.m. or 10 p.m. New Year's Eve, you know, around the time that everyone's out clubbing and partying and on the streets and stuff. So we went out together and I didn't see anybody. At first we were like, oh, maybe everyone's by the fireworks. Maybe that's where they all are. So we went to one of the really popular bars, one of the popular restaurants, and there was no one inside. There was like, the lights were on, but there just wasn't anyone in there. And like, we were very, very confused about this. And we just assumed that there was something going on, so we walked up to where the fireworks usually happen. And there was no one there. So the fireworks went off, and there was still no one there, and we had just stood there together like, what the fuck is going on? People are supposed to be out here. And like, I'm not joking when I tell you there was nobody outside. And then I saw this one homeless man. That's it. The whole entire night, New Year's Eve. And don't say it was because of COVID, because people in the UK really didn't give a shit about COVID. And like, it was just really weird. So we finished walking around and we went back home, and then life just kind of continued as normal. But like for a few days, I just felt like really weird, like something inside me was wrong. And I felt really sick and I wasn't hungry and I had the worst headache you can possibly imagine. And it wasn't just me. I talked to my mom and I talked to my godmother and the people that I know around me that are awake, and they were also experiencing this. And it was just really weird because ever since this has happened, I feel like time is going so quickly. Like, have you noticed how messed up the world is? And like, especially since that happened, so much has happened since New Year's. And I'm not talking about the New Year's that just passed. I'm talking about the New Year's when the ball didn't drop on time. Everyone knows something weird happened there. I'm just saying, if you have a similar experience, let me know. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, nah, I don't remember nothing like that happening on New Year's. I'm not really into New Year's anymore because I really feel like that it can't be a New Year's in a dead winter. I really don't think that the New Year's don't start until spring equinox. That's another story for another time. But yeah, I don't even remember watching the ball drop. So I don't even know if it dropped or if it didn't. But there could be some truth to what she's saying. Did y'all experience something like that?
To this new footage of the woman on the plane who claims to have seen a shapeshifter, some people close to the woman claim that the passenger sitting next to her blinked her eyes differently. The people heard claim that that person blinked in a manner similar to what we are showing in this video. Then the passenger realized the anomaly, got desperate, and decided to leave the flight before it took off.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the fuck off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the fuck off, and everyone can either believe believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks, but I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can fucking die with them or not. I'm not going to.
Bye.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the fuck off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the fuck off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks, but I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can fucking die with them or not. I'm not going to.
Bye.
Somebody said bye. Well, let me say this though. That video with the eyelids closing over the pupil, so CGI and so computer generated, baby. That's all that is. If it was a real reptilian, I would reckon that little film closing sideways would close over the entire eyeball, not just the pupil. I just saw it sometimes, y'all. We can't believe everything we see. Not everything. Some stuff have practical and logical explanations to it, but this, man. Nah, man.
And we would enter a unique age that would change the way that everybody lives. It would also serve to usher in the end times and the close of the great controversy between the forces of good and evil. And the priest said that Lucifer had been studying the Bible. And he found in Daniel 12:4, where we are told about the time of the end, when he shall run to and fro, knowledge shall be increased. He understood it to be that we're getting to that point. And he had, with all the spirit counselors, to change their modes of operation in order, to ensnare people. And to devise a way whereby people would disqualify themselves from being members of Christ's kingdom.
And he was just very candid about this.
Oh, yeah.
Telling you and the rest of the group, 60 or 70 people there, the plans that
close to 100 people.
Lucifer had revealed to him.
And by the time the council came to a close, they had three major policies that were going to be followed. First, they were to see to it that humans would be made to believe that Satan and his angels do not really exist. Because up to that time, you could walk down a street of Paris and you would have signs that would say where you have a soothsayer or a fortune teller of some type, and if you want to put a curse on someone, you could go and see this other old lady over there, the old witch. That's the way it goes. But now it had to change. Lucifer says we have to make sure that people, humans, get to believe that Satan and his angels do not really exist.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, but everybody has different beliefs, man. How strong are you in the mind to believe whether that is real or if it ain't, or to believe that stuff exists or it don't? If you have a strong mindset, stuff like that don't faze you, because it's just like any other fairy tale or any other mythical tale. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have nothing against people and their religion, but I honestly feel like some people take religion too literal. When religion is supposed to be a way of life to guide you through this life until it's time for you to transcend into your spiritual self again, but some people take it too literal, man. But I mean, everybody's different.
Y'all, Myra here. So if you haven't followed Fowl, FOWL, Mittens Outdoors, you need to. This is his second encounter with these unidentified creatures that are terrorizing his home. What happened is that his wife heard something on the roof, woke him up, he went outside, and look at what he captures. It's some sort of unidentified creature. He doesn't know what it is. Could be Bigfoot, could be something else. What I do want to mention, though, in this video, I'm going to play the original at the end with the audio, because not only are you hearing him speak, you're hearing the tone of his voice, just he's scared, but also there's helicopters at night over his home. That's a couple of things to keep in mind. Why would there be helicopters? What are these creatures, and how come they continue to terrorize him? Now they're on his home. If you saw my first video earlier on on my channel, It was surrounding his home. Now they've reached the actual home and they're on top of his home.
Well, she just woke me up again and said she heard it on the roof. And this time, so did I. So, you can get out there. Yeah.
He missed the one when he was first coming out the door.
Okay.
He missed that first one when he was coming out the door.
Oh, damn. Holy shit. All right. Son of a bitch is one on the other side of the house.
What was it? Could have been a raccoon. This raccoon love to get on top of houses.
What the hell?
Nah.
Where'd it go?
Nah, what's that?
What is that?
It's a carcass.
What the son of a... What's going on here?
Tell me what you think.
Oh my God.
What was that? What y'all think that was, man? That was weird. Whatever it was, it ate good. It ate good. What's the point of the tall suits? Oh no, that's weird.
Paranormal events in connection to UFOs is the rule, not the exception. There's this report called UFOs and Related Subjects, an annotated bibliography by Lynn G. Cateau. And this was prepared by the Library of Congress for the United States Air Force of Scientific Research. And in the opening, it says, quote, many of the UFO reports now being published in the popular press recount alleged incidents that are strikingly similar to demonic possession and psychic phenomena, which have long been known to theologians and parapsychologists. Also, we talked about Jacques Vallée earlier. He's a well-known secular UFO researcher from France. And he says the very suggestion of such a link is disturbing to the scientists, as you were saying. However, the phenomena reported by UFO witnesses involves poltergeist effects, levitation, psychic control, healing, and out-of-body experiences. Again, this is the thing that keeps coming back to me. I know there's this big debate going on right now of it's oversimplified to say that this is demonic or demon-related or spiritual in nature, that they have to be real beings from somewhere else. I don't know. It's really hard for me to see repeated claims from credible witnesses talking about poltergeist effects, levitation, psychic control, healing, mind control, and not think. He also said, quote, in recent years, the reports of paranormal events in connection with the close encounters with UFOs seems to have become the rule rather than the exception. So he's also noticing this decades ago. It's a continued thing. Paranormal events in connection to UFOs is the rule, not the exception. Not a Christian, not a guy who's trying to say, well, it can't be from outside space. It has to be demons because I'm, this is my understanding and anything else would break my understanding of the world. This is a guy who's spent his whole life interviewing people, writing books, like compiling reports of like, what is everybody seeing and experiencing? And he can't get around the fact that it seems deceptive in nature. He actually had a whole book about how it seems deceptive in nature, that the UFOs, the aliens seem like they're lying about who they are, and that the paranormal phenomena around it is the rule, not the exception.
Deceptive in nature is a feature of all fairy lore. The idea that never believe a thing they tell you, never make a deal with them. Every word of that.
John Keel believes they're the same creatures, and I agree with him.
Yeah. I won't know that to be true until I actually experience one of those beings, and I have not. So until I do, none of it's true. That's just what it is. This has got to be some of the fakest footage I've ever seen in my life. editing. Man, y'all saw that? Like, he literally stood there like he was saying, hold on, and action. That's how it looked. Ow, y'all believe it? Let me know.
This 116-year-old person wishes to eat cake for the last time in their life. It's very sad.
Wow.
This grandmother wishes to get up from her bed to reach the armchair just in front of her, but there seems to be an evil force preventing her from achieving her goal. The ending is even more disturbing. I want to emphasize that I can only protect the people who have shared, commented, and watched the video until the end. You will see some sort of supernatural presence on the armchair, and what happens next is really shocking because this elderly person had done nothing wrong. Look! Someone pushed her from the armchair. What do you think it could be? This old man is convinced that his reflection in the mirror is not his own, and he wants to prove it at all costs. If you observe closely, there are certain moments when the reflection doesn't exactly mimic the movements of the old man, and I find it very disturbing.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say about that. I don't have anything to say about that.
So when I first saw this comment, I just thought of it as a joke. I was like, haha, yeah. Then I ran across it again, and then it just clicked. That is exactly what I mean. And I should have used this to show you guys instead of the Simpsons episode. Now, I'm not saying it's this bad. I just mean it's like, this is basically what it's doing to you.
The patient is put under general anesthesia. The eye is immobilized. Then a scalpel is used to sever the optic nerve. When a macular detachment occurs, further visual field loss is superimposed on that.
The food additive that I've introduced into the turducken has a near 100% rate of effectiveness. Once the subject tries it, they crave more within a few hours. With the very first dose, it starts to work on the DNA, slowing their metabolism, causing weight gain, and dampening their emotional range, which makes them perfectly complacent. As you can see, they've yet to notice that Grandma is no longer with us.
Give me that. Whoa, whoa, why? There's some funky chicken in the TDK slammer, ain't there?
Okay, so whatever turned Gary Browder into a pumpkin head and is currently turning Dean into an idiot.
I'm right here. Right here. Is in the turducken slammer at Biggerson's. Yeah. It's in the meat.
You know, that is so true. That is so true. You know, it's sad when you live in a time where you have to be headstrong when it comes to what you eat. You have to fight off what probably can control your mind in the food. You have to fight your brain. You don't know why you're hungry. You shouldn't have to fight with yourself to be like, nope, I'm not gonna eat. No, it should be an easy thing. You should be satisfied with one meal. But because of these additives and these preservatives that they put in the food, it makes you want it more and more and more. So you get more and more obese. You get more and more sick. You get more and more depressed. You're killing yourself because of these additives. Like that, what is that? I don't know if it's called GSD or GSM, whatever. They did an experiment with that stuff on a YouTube video, and they put that on any kind of meat, raw meat, whatever, and it made it taste amazing. So that additive itself is what keeps you eating. And y'all, we got to get self-sustained again. We got to start growing our own food and hunting and feeding ourselves again, because this food is going to be our demise. And I told you, they create this stuff to keep us at bay so you won't have a fighting chance. Because people who sit around and eat all day, they can't be successful because they're always lazy. They're always sleeping. They're always eating. They never want to go further than that. You know, so yeah, man, that's crazy.
Y'all ready for this one? Because these tablets
tablets pretty much explain our purpose on Earth in the most clear-cut way possible. This is the story of the Anunnaki, the Eridu Genesis. So, 445,000 years ago, yes, I said that number correctly, supposed creator gods came to Earth in search of resources. The Anunnaki, whose name can be taken to mean those from which heaven to Earth came. They came from another world called Nibiru, one that visits Earth every 3,600 years, ruled by their king Anu.
I was tagged in that video for my thoughts, and as usual, many of you are not going to like what I have to say, because everything said in that video with regard to Sumerian texts, the Anunnaki and Nibiru, is completely false. But thankfully for you skeptics of skeptics out there, you don't even need to take my word for it, because the Mesopotamians left us with what are essentially dictionaries that help us translate all those Sumerian texts, and they have been translated. And not only have they been translated, but they've been preserved online for every single one of us to access. In fact, the University of Oxford provides this wonderful tool that lets you type in keywords and search almost 400 ancient Sumerian texts. And it will show you every instance in which that word pops up in those texts and the context surrounding it. And according to actual experts in this field like Dr. Mike Heiser, a scholar of biblical and ancient Near Eastern languages, not one single time do any of those texts suggest that the Anunnaki came from a planet called Nibiru, or that there was a planet called Nibiru somewhere out past Pluto. Again, I've provided you with a tool to confirm that yourself. So if those texts don't say any such thing, why do so many people believe with almost religious-like fervor that they do? Well, as with almost all things people believe with religious-like fervor, it began with made-up bullshit and a lie. The made-up bullshit and lies of this man, Zachariah Stitchin. The late Stitchin was a businessman with a degree in economics who essentially taught himself Sumerian cuneiform. And it was he who asserted, through his own amateur translation of Sumerian cuneiform scripts, that there was a 12th planet out there that was originally home to a technologically advanced race known as the Anunnaki. And he wrote numerous books based on his theories and sold millions of copies all over the world. But not a single expert in the field of linguistics or in archaeology agrees with his translations or his theories. And again, you can research all of this
just
very
because they don't
easily
agree
yourself
don't mean it
from a
ain't
credible source. And should you take the time to do so, you'll realize that his translations were the only thing pulled from the depths of space. Why does this theory exist? Because it makes people money. Lots of money. Because the overwhelming majority of people don't care if their source is credible or honest, just as long as what they are saying confirms what they already believe. Sleep well, friends, and memento mori.
I'm going to always be the oddball with things, right? So just because Oxford, this super prestigious school of professors, say they deciphered something, doesn't mean that they fully deciphered. I can give you whatever I want because I'm a super prestigious professor at Oxford. Because you believe that. You believe because I'm this super prestigious professor that everything that I say is true. Well, I, for one, don't. I don't care, right? I'm a see it to believe it kind of guy. And just seeing what somebody else wrote is not enough for me. Like even with the Zachariah guy that say that he deciphered the Sumerian text in the first about the Anunnaki. Until I see the Anunnaki myself, none of that stuff exists. I'm not here to bash or kill anybody's beliefs. My beliefs are mine and yours are yours, right? But I believe all of it is malarkey. The fact that they say they have deciphered the Egyptian text, all of the hieroglyphs, they say they deciphered all of them. I don't believe that. They say they deciphered all the Sumerian text. I don't believe that. You can tell me anything. You can say they say anything. If the Sumerians or the Egyptians aren't here to say what their language means themselves, you can't tell me nothing. You don't speak their languages. Their languages was not meant for us to understand because we aren't Sumerians and we aren't Egyptians. So the whole fact that everybody's talking about they deciphered this and that and they want to use video video cuts and talk all prestigious and correct English and stuff, and it scares people into believing things. I don't care about none of that, because I'm the type of person, I will let you get done talking, and when you get done talking, I'm gonna say I don't believe it, because you have proven nothing to me. You are regurgitating information. I read books to soak up information, not to take that same information and spew it out on people. No, that's not what gathering information is for. You gather the information to do your own research, not to go tell somebody, if you go to their website, it tells you plain as day no, that's not what it's for, bro. Like, you literally sending me to somebody else? No, you tell me if it's real. No, don't tell me what you believe is real. No, that's not how it's supposed to go. But it is what it is. Y'all get in the comments, let me know what y'all think. I'm not here to argue. Hey, if he say it's real, it is, but I don't believe it.
Celebrities glitching, part 1. Reptilian. That's really creepy.
Anybody can do that, yo.
No, that was here. But it's been a heck of a ride, to be honest. I really can't complain.
He is literally frozen.
Yeah, I was a little down. I found out I was injured and I had surgery again,
I just said Draymond had a whole lot going on. He had a lot going on that day.
Another knee. But at the end of the day, I have amazing teammates. Guys.
Just watch.
That's exactly how you have a certain amount of distance between the bodies. Exactly. You're high.
Yes, like they say in Catholic school, leave room for the Holy Ghost. Anyway, there is a lot of memories today, actually. It's a big day in music history.
35 years ago today, Elvis Presley passed away, the king of rock and roll.
Yeah, I don't know about that last one, but Draymond had a lot going on. He had to.
Look at this shit. Entertainment purposes only. Now, I'm not saying nobody couldn't have put no red Kool-Aid in here. It's definitely something strange. Now, this wouldn't be our first rodeo with a body of water turning crimson red, kind of resembling blood. Yeah, not the first at all. Y'all remember this? In Chad, Central Africa, this body of water turned red? Lake Motor? Or what about when the water turned red in Palestine? Or what about when the Siberian River turned red? I'm just saying, that's looking like the norm nowadays, bodies of water turning crimson blood red. But isn't that something that's just entertaining? How like a whole body of water, river, lake, pond, waterfall could just turn blood red. Now they say it's red algae that's turning these bodies of water into crimson red, kind of resembling blood. We're gonna start right here. Entertainment purposes. The second angel poured out his bowl onto the sea and turned it into blood like that of a dead man. Aren't we entertained? Let me know what y'all think about water mysteriously turning red in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom. And stay tuned.
Yeah, I don't know. I know darn well it ain't nothing biblical. I mean, because if that was the case, wouldn't all the bodies of water turn red? Wouldn't we see it everywhere? Why is just these biblical sightings just spotted in certain spots? In my theory, I feel like they do this and then take pictures of it and then report on it so it can scare the people that already believe in the revelations in the Bibles and stuff like that. Like, it already scare people. So, because if it's that serious, why not turn the entire ocean or all of the oceans red? Why the little rivers? Why are the little rivers turning red? Why is that? Who out there pouring food coloring in the water? I mean, come on, let's be real.
Hey y'all, this is Jacob, and he filmed his very own alien abduction. Check this video out.
This is taking way too long. Just get abducted already. Abducted, whatever the word is.
That's the last thing he saw. And Jacob has not been heard from again.
So where'd they get the tape from? Was he doing that on live or something? If y'all heard of this story, get in the comments and let me know. Yeah, that's weird.
People are curious what exactly you saw. Because you know, you alluded to what you saw, but like we just want to know, like, you know, what did you see?
I mean, thanks for asking that, but I have been told I cannot comment on it right now.
I see. I see.
I'm sorry.
Are you going to, like, you know, have a full kind of interview somewhere, or like what's going on? What's the deal? What's the plan on?
The rate it's going, I feel like it's gonna have to happen.
Yeah.
So yes, there's some things in the works, mostly nonprofit charity stuff. But I've been trying to like lay low for the most part, but reporters wouldn't let that happen. So
yeah. Well,
like I was somewhat strong-armed into speaking, and now here we are.
Well, I do want to know. Like, I mean, you won't say to me what you saw right now.
Yeah.
You can't.
All
right,
just got her too. Yeah.
Well, but what about, like, what was the reason that you wanted to get off so bad?
Again, can't speak on that right now, but
Understood.
I was distressed and I was getting off the plane no matter what. I just probably didn't need to make the scene that I made.
Right.
But I was getting off that plane, for sure.
Right, and you stand by that, like, 100%, even now?
100%.
I don't know, man. Whole thing with her screams crisis actor. Like, for real, bro. They do these videos and they do these. It's like a commercial break from life. Like, they do this to throw us off, man. To keep us entertained, bro. Like, I just can't believe it. I'm sorry. It's just not believable. I have to see it with my own two eyes. I have to see it.
The following video comes from a local news station in Peru that caught something pretty creepy on camera. The station had featured a news report showing footage of a small town struck by severe weather. Residents of this town were left devastated by this natural disaster, but many of them were left totally creeped out after watching this broadcast. Apparently, something strange was captured. The segment in question starts off with footage of a school playground that appears to be completely devoid of any children.
Ni los juegos infantiles se salvaron de la furia de la naturaleza. Los columpios sube y baja quedaron flotando en el agua emposada.
Now the reporter makes it clear that the site has been abandoned as heavy rains have flooded the area. The segment then shows more footage of other sites that have also been left behind, but one clip in particular has left many viewers feeling a bit weird. In fact, they were left feeling beyond spooked upon noticing something strange in the recording. The news reporter is visiting a section of the town known as Santo Domingo when out of nowhere, this happens.
Desde el asentamiento humano Santo Domingo, Comité 6, mira la escalera, ¿cómo podría bajar aquí una persona, un anciano, los niños, cómo podrían bajar? Mira.
As the camera pans over to the base of the stairs, a strange figure can be seen. It's hard to make out what exactly is being seen here, but it's clear that someone or something is there. This mysterious figure moves in such a way as though struggling to get a grip on the staircase. Residents of the town no doubt believe that this may have been the ghost of a victim who was claimed by this natural disaster, but it's still a mystery as to who or even what this might have been. Now it's worth noting that the reporter didn't notice the figure while filming, which has led viewers to believe that something supernatural was captured. But as always, you be the judge.
Yeah, I don't know. That looked like something supernatural right there. I can't even explain that one right there. It didn't move like it was computer generated or anything. It looked quite real. Y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think about that.
What? What's this? EPS?
At this time it is advised that you lock all your doors and windows. Do not open the door for anyone even if it looks like a normal human being. Even if you hear your door open or window shatter, do not react. Find a safe hiding place in your home and do not make any noise. If a family member is outside, do not intend to pick them up. Make sure to turn off all television sets and radios once this broadcast is complete. I repeat, do not have your television on once this broadcast is finished. If you see anyone who looks like a human on your television set with impossible features, look away as quickly as possible. It is very important to hide your children from television sets with disturbing imagery. If you hear anyone in your yard or inside your house that sounds like a human, assume it isn't. If you have access to any loaded weaponry,
I was born in the 80s. I don't remember our TVs doing that.
Biologically impossible features, make sure to run and hide. If you see a clone of yourself or someone else you know, run and hide. Don't try to save your pets from any harm that may happen if an intrusion occurs, because it could cost you your life. Make sure to hide your children and be prepared for the worst.
Mom! Mom!
I'm back.
Gotta be like from a film or something, a short film or something. Gotta be.
Besides, I am your older brother after all. That's our timer. Why would you want to lock me out? Anyways, I'm in your house. And we're all alone. Good night, night.
What?
Yeah. Cause ain't no dang way I'm gonna go listen to no tape that just miraculously popped up on my back porch. Nah.
What's your emergency?
I need somebody to come to my house. There's someone inside, and I don't know where my mom and dad went.
Your parents aren't home?
No, they just disappeared, and there's something in my house. I'm scared. Please come over.
Okay. What's the address of your home? What street? What's your name, son?
Mikey.
Mikey, have you seen the individual intrude your house?
No, but someone opened the basement window, and I found like a cassette tape by the window, and played it on my tape recorder. It was a really deep voice of someone pretending to be my older brother.
Superbly clear and crisp for a 1983 911 call.
He went out with his friend Alex and never came back. I don't know where he is.
Okay, Muggy. I need you to be brave for me. I'll be over shortly. Stay away from whatever's in your house. What?
Good production though.
Open up. Here to help you. Is there anyone in there?
One cop. Yeah, it's literally from some film. If y'all know what film that is from, get in the comments and let me know, because I would like to go back and watch that. Seems pretty interesting. But hey, if you like what you saw, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Go over to the Discord, join, it's free. Send me videos you want to see me react to. But until next time, folks,